Welcome back to Lust and Logic, where emotions meet understanding, and love gets a little more honest. I'm your faceless relationship coach, your voice of reason in a world full of mixed signals and midnight texts. Tonight, we're unpacking one of the hardest truths in modern love. Why do we keep falling for the wrong people, the unavailable, the inconsistent, the ones who love halfway? If that sounds like your love life, you're not alone. So, grab your tea, or wine if it's that kind of night, and let's dive deep into the psychology of attraction, heartbreak, and emotional patterns. By the end of this episode, you'll understand not just why you fall for them, but how to stop repeating the same story. Let's start with this question: why do the wrong people feel so right at first? Because chemistry isn't character. What feels familiar often feels comfortable, and comfort can come from chaos. You meet someone who reminds you of that person who once made you feel alive, unpredictable, intense, mysterious. Your heart races, your brain says, finally, someone exciting. But here's the catch: excitement and stability rarely live in the same room. If your heart beats like a drum every time they text, and silence feels like withdrawal, congratulations, you might not be in love, you might just be emotionally caffeinated. We're drawn to what we recognize. If you grew up equating love with emotional highs and lows, stability might feel boring. Your nervous system gets addicted to the thrill, not the peace. I once coached a woman who told me, "I don't like nice guys, they don't challenge me," but what she really meant was, "They don't trigger the chaos I've mistaken for passion." We worked on helping her find excitement in consistency, because healthy love can be thrilling too, just in a quieter way. Attraction equals a chemical cocktail: dopamine, reward; norepinephrine, rush; oxytocin, bond. When someone's inconsistent, your brain chases the reward pattern, like gambling. Every time they give you affection, your brain says, jackpot. Ever notice how the person who ignores your message suddenly becomes more attractive the moment they reply? That's your dopamine system doing backflips. It's not love, it's intermittent reinforcement, the same trick casinos use to keep people playing. So, when you think you can't stop thinking about them, remember, it's not fate, it's brain chemistry. And chemistry fades, but character remains. Let's talk signs, because awareness is step 1. Key signs: 1. You feel anxious more than secure. Point 2. You keep making excuses for their inconsistency. Point 3. You lower your standards to keep the peace. Point 4. You feel emotionally drained after spending time together. Point 5. You confuse drama with passion. If you've ever said, "They're not that bad when they're sober," please, pack your emotional bags and run. One of my clients once dated someone who never introduced them to their friends. After 6 months, when I asked why they stayed, they said, "Because when we're together, it's perfect." Here's the truth: temporary perfection can blind you to permanent incompatibility. Alright, awareness without action is just observation. Let's talk about how to break the cycle. 1. Identify your emotional blueprint. Look back, not to dwell, but to understand. Who did love feel like growing up? Because sometimes, the person you chase now feels like the person who once withheld love from you then. 2. Redefine attraction. Start noticing people who bring you calm instead of chaos. At first, that peace will feel strange, boring, even. But give it time. Peace is passion that's matured. 3. Set clear non-negotiables. Write down 3 things you will not compromise on, for example, consistency, emotional availability, honesty. If someone violates any, that's not a red flag, that's an exit sign. 4. Pause before you dive. When you feel that rush, the instant chemistry, pause. Don't run away, but don't dive in either. Let time expose their true intentions. If you fall in love faster than your phone battery drains, it's time to slow down. 5. Choose people who choose you. Healthy relationships are mutual, not a guessing game. If they're not sure about you, be sure about leaving. Repeat after me, I am not hard to love. I just need to stop giving my love to people who don't know what to do with it. Breaking patterns takes time. You'll fall, you'll miss the thrill, you might even want to text your ex at 2 a.m. Don't beat yourself up. Growth is messy, healing happens in layers: reflection, forgiveness, boundaries, and self-respect. One listener told me she wrote letters to her ex, but never sent them. It helped her release pain without reopening wounds. Healing isn't forgetting. It's remembering differently. And no, blocking them isn't petty, it's peaceful. Think of it as digital self-care. Here's the truth: sometimes, the wrong people prepare you for the right kind of love. The pain you feel today is just your heart detoxing from what wasn't meant for it. So, stop chasing potential, and start honoring peace. This has been Lust and Logic, where we untangle emotions with honesty and a bit of humor. If this spoke to you, hit that subscribe button. Share this with someone who keeps falling for the same type. You might just save them a few therapy sessions.